Hello everybody to the third edition of Zurich Zermatt Chasing Cancellara. I'm really happy and I'm looking definitely forward again, and now it's time for the briefing. I think the important information now will come. Kilian, I will take over and we'll go into the details for this edition.
Thanks very much, Fabian. Warm welcome as well from my side. My name is Kilian Pfeiffer. I am project manager of Chasing Cancellara, and I would like to go through the most important things for Friday's race. First off, I want to thank you for being part of the race. Times like these, I think it's not a given, and we also would like to ask you to help us to have a great event. Please follow our rules, follow the Swiss traffic laws, and don't take any unnecessary risks along the road. We all know that the situation around Corona has improved heavily, but we still ask you to apply common sense, social distance whenever possible, and please wear a mask in crowded situations inside. This especially concerns the start location in Zurich. In the meantime, you should all have received the bib numbers, or at least the one or the participants living in Switzerland. The singles received the black bib number and the teams white ones. The package also included the bib number for the back, the bib number for the C post, which will serve as a timekeeping chip, the sticker sheet, I will talk about that in detail later, and the waiver. One of the team members will also have received the parking ticket for Tash. With this voucher, you can make use of your free parking in Tash. Since only one of the team members has to start in Zurich and physically be there, we ask you to bring your teammates' waiver with you and hand it over as well at the start. Participants living abroad will be able to pick up the bib numbers at the info point before the start. You can either do that on Thursday between 6 and 9 p.m. or on Friday right before the start. Here you can see an example of a single bib number. On the left hand side you can see the one that will be put on your back. This one includes as well the vouchers for the finisher beer and the finisher meal, so please take care of those. These will be the vouchers for your free meal and your free beer. On the right hand side you can see the bib number that will be positioned right under the saddle. You can see there also an example of how to put on this bib number. Some general rules. The race will take place in open traffic. That means that you have to follow every single rule there is. So if you have to stop for a red light, you have to do so. If a train is approaching on a railway crossing, you have to do exactly the same. Drafting will be prohibited after checkpoint 1, so you will start in groups of 4, and subsequently you have the right to draft until Gucci Bad. That will be around 34 kilometers in, but due to the official regulations we received from different government bodies, we have to make sure that there are no groups along the course, and therefore decided to prohibit drafting along the road. You will receive an luminous vest at the start. This vest has to be worn until 7 a.m. After 7 a.m. the vest can be disposed at the checkpoints, or you can also hand it over to one of your soigneurs. We preserve the right to make it obligatory to ride with the vest for the whole race, or just for maybe 2 or 3 hours more, depending on the weather conditions if you feel it's necessary. We will have 40 marshals on the road. They will help you to follow the rules, keep you safe and on course. They will also have the power to penalize you or even to disqualify you if you don't follow the rules. The singles are allowed to receive outside support at some checkpoints, and these checkpoints exclusively will be Sörenberg and Ulrichen. Everywhere else you have to fall back on the services we provide for you in terms of nutrition, technical support and so on. But at these 2 checkpoints in Zurich and in Ulrichen, supporters can hand over nutrition, biddens, clothing, or serve with technical support if necessary. There are some special rules regarding the teams. as I said before, only one rider needs to be at the start line. So bring your partner's waiver with you and hand it over right before your start. First relay is possible after checkpoint 1, that is in Guckibad, around 34 kilometers in. After that, relays are possible whenever and wherever you want. So you can relay after 10 Ks if you like. You can relay every 10 minutes. This is up to you, but please make sure that you use suitable spots for that. But besides that, you're free to relay whenever you want. Support cars are not allowed to follow or lead the riders. We ask you to use the so-called leapfrog mode. So it is possible to ride along the riders or just to ask them if they're okay, if they need something. But after that, please ride along, wait at the suitable spot, and use those spots to hand over nutrition, items, whatever. It is also not allowed to hand over items such as nutrition, clothing, etc. out of the car or from the participant to the soigneurs in the car. The section Zermatt has to be ridden as a team, so this will be the only part the teams of 2 will ride together at the same time. The soigneurs can put the car in the parking Taxi Christoph. This will be right next to the checkpoint in Tesch. So if you don't find it, check out the roadbook first and then ask our staff in Tesch. Each rider will get the timing chip. As I said before, it will be included in the bib number that will be put under the saddle, and you'll be tracked at the checkpoints with tracking boxes. The first start will be at 1:15 in the morning of the 27th August. We ask you to respect your start times. Please be there around 15 minutes early. 15 minutes is enough, I think, to make everything work. You will start in groups of 4, as I mentioned before. The singles will start first, and the luminous vest will be handed over right before the start. The teams of 2 obviously will only receive 1 vest, but the vest can be handed over whenever you relay. The groups of 4 will start in intervals of 45 seconds and line up behind the backdrop you'll find at the start. The bib numbers do represent, to some degree at least, the start times. So please look around you. If you have number 98 and you are surrounded by 34, 33 and 41, you're probably there a bit too early, so please be patient and wait for your turn. The first teams then will start at 2 a.m. in the morning. And please make sure to hand over the signed waiver by both you and your teammate. The start location once again will be the restaurant Cube at the Albisriederstraße in Zurich. There you can also find toilets. You can also buy some snacks if you feel you need to eat something. There you can also find the truck which will bring your luggage from Zurich to Zermatt, but also a vehicle that will transport your belongings to Ulrichen if you need that service. Parking can be found at the Flurstraße. That will be signaled respectively. Along the road you will find 8 checkpoints: Guckibad, Wolhusen, Sörenberg, Innerkirchen, Grimselpass, Ulrichen, Fischb and Tesch. So between every 35 and 45 kilometers you will find a checkpoint to refill your bidon, grab something to eat, or just to dispose your waste. There you can also find technical support if needed. And with regards to the teams, we ask you to use different spots that are more suited for the relays. There will be a toilet at every checkpoint. If you don't find it immediately, just please ask our staff there. They can help you find it. The checkpoint Ulrichen can be used to pick up or hand over personal items. I will talk about that in a minute. We have installed some time cuts. Innerkirchen 12 o'clock, Ulrichen 3 o'clock, Zermatt 7 o'clock. If you don't make those time cuts, we will have to take you out of the race. In Innerkirchen and Ulrichen, there will be a shuttle service that will bring you to the finish in Zermatt. If you really feel like I just have to continue, I have to finish the race, at least for myself, we don't recommend it, but if you really want to do so, we will take away your bib number and make sure that you know that you will continue at your own risk, and you will also not be considered an official finisher of Zurich Zermatt. Each checkpoint will be supplied with bars, gels and isotonic drinks of Eurosport Nutrition. We will also have Coke, Red Bull, water, as well as sweet and salty snacks. In the finish, you will also receive a finisher meal. That one can be claimed with the bib or with the voucher at the bib number if you have ordered it. Here you can see the two different versions of the sticker sheets. On the left hand side, the one for the teams, and on the right hand side, the one for the singles. They only differentiate by the big sticker on the left hand side, which will be used for the cars. So please make sure that your support cars will have the sticker number on the front. If you look at the single sticker sheet on the left hand side, these two can be used for the luggage transport. So the bigger one will be used for the luggage you drop off at the start, which we will bring then to Zermatt, and the slightly smaller one you can use for the baggage transport to Ulrichen or from Ulrichen. There is also a sticker with your bib number for the helmet. This one is especially important if you would like to have some nice photographs of you riding the race from Sportograph. This number will help Sportograph to make sure that you will be able to find your photos quickly and easy. As I said, Ulrichen will also serve in a different way. Besides being a nutrition point, you have the possibility to have transported personal items from the start to Ulrichen or from Ulrichen to Zermatt. There you can drop off clothing, your bike lighting, nutrition you don't need, whatever you want. We will provide a bag to transport those items, and we ask you to use the respective sticker on the sticker sheet for said transport. We ask you for some patience with regards to the items that will be transported to Zermatt. It's quite some distance to cover, and therefore it could be that your items will only be there at around 5:30 p.m. But those items can as well be picked up at the baggage claim in Zermatt. The whole course will have signage, but we also ask you to download the GPX download, to use it on your bike computer just to be on the safe side. And we also ask you to use bike lanes whenever possible to make sure that you don't interfere with the traffic too much. Make sure that you don't start too fast. The first 70 Ks already include 1300 meters of climbing, so you haven't really tackled the tough climbs until Surse, but already have 1300 meters of climbing in your legs. So start slow, finish strong. That should be the credo for the race. 40 marshals will be on the road and help you to follow the rules, keep you safe if possible. And as I said before, they have the authority to penalize participants or even disqualify them if need be. Due to a new construction site between Brieg and Glies, we had to slightly adjust the course as follows. We ask you to download the latest GPX file from our website. The course will be signaled accordingly. The Glaubenbielenpass, so the first big climb of the race, will be closed down for support cars due to safety reason. We decided to do so since the road up to the Glaubenbielenpass is critically narrow in our opinion, and due to safety reason I think it's best for everybody if support cars will take a different route. We recommend to use the detour via Entlebuch and the Glaubenberg, or depending on your relay strategy, even via Lucerne. We also ask the participants to take care on the descent. It's a rather tricky descent, and please also beware of traffic that might occur as well on the descent. In the finish, you will receive your well-deserved finisher medal and the finisher beer right after the finish line. The finisher meal can be obtained at the food truck for those who have ordered the meal at the registration. And also, if you don't see the baggage claim immediately, please ask our staff where to find it. We will have no prize giving ceremony at the finish due to Corona measures. But if you are the lucky ones who will receive a prize, you should receive those prizes within a week after the event. The shuttle bus that will take you from Zermatt back to Zurich via Bern will leave at around 8:15 p.m. Another important information for you is this phone number. This phone number concerns the neutral race service. Please save this number on your phone. But we also ask you to carry your own repair kit with you. It just isn't possible to help everybody out. We will have around 450 participants, which very well could be spread out over 100 kilometers. So please use your own repair kit to be on the safe side as well. The weather forecast doesn't look too bad at the moment. It shouldn't be too warm. It could be a rather cold night, so just please make sure to wear enough clothes. And if you wear too much clothes, the checkpoint Ulrichen should come in handy. Please also share your experiences along the road on social media. For that, please use the hashtags Zurich Zermatt and We Ride Zurich Zermatt, and tag us whenever you can at Chasing Cancellara. Thanks for your attention, good luck, and yes, as always, keep in mind safety first. See you in Zermatt.
Yeah, thank you, Kilian, for your informations. I think important informations that are needed. I think we are a team and we all work together. So that's why important is the briefing. But I'm now looking forward to see you at the start line and ready. I think you know what to do. Please do not change too many of your habits because stay on your routines. It's a long day. It's going to be something special. It's going to be a challenge again. And see you soon and stay safe.